As a barbarian, would you like to rage in a static union with a god?
Find out if the path of the Zealot Barbarian is the right subclass for you! What's going on, YouTube? I'm the Mind Flayer Slayer.
And I'm Dr. DM. We're bringing you the final subclass of Barbarian. That is the path of the Zealot. We're going to let you know what's changed from 2014 to 2024, talk about every single ability it gets in level 3 onwards, and stick around till the end because we're going to give you our tier rating to know if this class is good enough for you. So let's get started.
At level 3, Divine Fury, you can channel divine power into your strikes. On each of your turns while your rage is active, the first creature you hit with a weapon or an unarmed strike takes extra damage equal to 1d6 plus half your barbarian level rounded down. The extra damage is necrotic or radiant. You choose the type each time you deal the damage. This is fun. I like the necrotic or radiant damage, things that are not usually accessible to the barbarian being this little bit of a spellcasting flavor almost.
Yeah, usually it's just like basic damage, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing for barbarians. So it lets you get around some resistances or make your attacks extra potent depending on what you're fighting. The damage isn't quite as good as the Berserker Barbarian, but it's still pretty good. Plus half your level, it's a 1d6 plus 10 up to level 20. So not too bad.
At level 3, you're also getting Warrior of the Gods. A divine entity helps ensure you can continue the fight. You have a pool of 4 d12s that you can spend to heal yourself. As a bonus action, you can expend dice from the pool, roll them, and regain a number of hit points equal to the roll's total. Your pool regains all expended dice when you finish a long rest. The pool's maximum number of dice increases by 1 when you reach Barbarian level 6, so that'll be 5. At level 12, you'll get 6 dice. At level 17, you'll get 7 dice. So, okay, just a little bit of healing ability. I don't think this is necessarily very flavorful for me, but it's okay.
It's a Zealot, I think, to be empowered by their gods, to not die. That's kind of the point, to be like undying, essentially. Now, at max level, you're looking at maybe 84 hit points healed. This is sort of like lay on hands for Paladin, also use your bonus action. But remember, you have to use your rage first as a bonus action, right? And then you have to keep it up using bonus action if you're not getting hit or doing the damage. So there could be a little bit of a disconnect here. Again, and this is just for yourself versus Path of the World Tree.
You can heal others, yes.
And you're also giving 10 hit points to yourself and everybody else every single turn. This is a limited pool that only comes back on a long rest. So it's okay. It's an okay heal, especially because you're taking half damage with most things as Barbarian. But
World Tree outclasses this.
I would say so far, yeah. So let's talk about level 6, which is Fanatical Focus. Once per active rage, if you fail a saving throw, you can roll it with a bonus equal to your rage damage bonus, and you must use a new roll. So this is okay one time for sort of like it's not legendary resistance, but it's advantage on the resistance.
Yeah.
You can get this with some feats too. It's okay.
It's not very exciting for a level 6 ability.
Yeah.
I just think that this isn't super flavor win.
Let's talk about level 10.
Zealous Presence. As a bonus action, you unleash a battle cry infused with divine energy. Up to 10 other creatures of your choice within 60 feet of you gain advantage on attack rolls and saving throws until the start of your next turn. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest unless you expend a use of your rage to restore it.
All right, let me tell you what I think about this. First of all, bonus action, you can't do your first turn, although if you're building a barbarian for a very niche, which is like sort of like a support barbarian, this could help, right? If you know you're going to a level 10 plus campaign, and you just every turn you use bonus action, everyone gets advantage, and on saving throws too, which is actually really good when you're fighting bosses and dangerous creatures, right? And next turn you expend your rage, everyone gets advantage. So if you're doing like cinematic combat, as in like you're fighting like one boss, an encounter or something like that, and there's lots of gods and bosses to be had, you might actually really depend on having a Zealot Barbarian, right?
Fair enough,
now, it's not for everything, although advantage on attack roll saving throws is great. It doesn't help spellcasters as much, although they do have attack rolls like Scorching Ray, things like that. So I actually really like this if you're going for like a support Barbarian. Mechanically, it's awesome. If you're willing to go that route and kind of sacrifice your bonus action every turn. And this isn't really going to help you through like a long dungeon crawl, but when it's good, it's really good.
Agreed. At level 14, you have Rage of the Gods. When you activate your rage, you can assume the form of a divine warrior. This form lasts for 1 minute or until you drop to 0 hit points. Once you use it, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. While in this form, you gain the following benefits. You have a flying speed equal to your speed and can hover. You have resistance to necrotic, psychic, and radiant damage, and revivification. When a creature within 30 feet of you would drop to 0 hit points, you can take a reaction to expend a use of your rage to instead change the target's hit points to a number equal to your barbarian's level. Okay, now we're talking. This feels much more well-rounded. It feels like an ability that would be worth waiting to get to 14th level to enjoy. I like this a lot.
Yeah, it's not anything that like Healing Word, for example, couldn't do.
Correct.
And we have the whole Flying Barbarian stick.
Again, yes.
Which is okay.
But the resistances are better than the bears, basically.
Well, it sort of like covers the resistances the bear doesn't have, so it's sort of like the opposite bear.
yeah, it's the opposite bear.
Opposite bear. So overall, it's a decent capstone. For me, this is very one note in that Zealous Presence is kind of like what makes this class tick. If you really need somebody to have that big, huge party-wide buff.
Yeah, for me, this is going to be a B, just a solid B for this class. It's not something I'm personally excited to play. You might feel differently. Please feel free to engage in the comments down below.
It does a little bit of everything. It has some healing, has some raising of your hurt comrades or down comrades, has some granting of advantage. So there's a lot to love here. It's a little all over the place.
Yeah,
but,
it's just not uniform enough for me, but also not toolkitty enough for me.
Oh, interesting. Unlike like the World Tree.
Yeah, I think the World Tree and the Berserker are going to be the way that most people go. But yeah. Solid B.
Solid B, maybe an A if you're really gonna go hard on the Zealous Presence. You have a one shot. You might want this Barbarian actually.
Agree.
Everyone gets advantage forever for a boss fight, right?
Yeah, cool. For sure. Please, if you are enjoying this content, remember to Barbarian Rage, smash that like button, and leave a comment down below, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. If you like what you're seeing, consider going over to fanrolldice.com, our affiliate program that we are proud members of. You can get all of your shiny math rocks. You can get them at 10% off by typing in code GG10 at checkout, and you're going to be giving back to the channel by supporting us here so that we can continue to buy new equipment and continue to bring you the content that you are enjoying.
And we're excited to bring you as well. So this is it for Barbarian. We've covered all the subclasses. We're covering every single class and subclass and everything about the player's handbooks coming up. And our next class, it's a secret, but get ready. Might be a good one. It might not be a good one. We'll see.
We'll see you next time.
Bye, Barbarians.